knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I forgot my water. Hold on one second. I knew I'd forget something. Stay. Stay there. Come right back up. Stay. Have no fear. I have returned. Or something. Jay! Hey, how's it going, Jay? I haven't seen you in a while. Okay. How is everyone? Hope you're well on this awesome May 28th. Why? How do I know it's May 28th? Because it's my birthday. That's the day I was born. That's how birthdays work. Anyhow, I know you guys are probably getting sick of hearing about my birthday. We did Trekyards Live. I posted my video yesterday of my birthday party, which was on Saturday. And you're like, get over it already. Yes, it's your birthday. Everyone has them. You're not wrong. But anyhow, Trek or not, Ozzy. No cap went out of phase. Jay. Hey, that's nifty. Guess you're 50. Happy birthday, Stuart. Oh, Joe Torres is here. Good to see you, Joe. Why look shifty? Celebrate being 50. Kit 10K. NCC 1701 Chris. Merrick Bruggs. And Joe Torres. I'm sure we will have a minor celebration at Wonderfest. Yes, indeed. It's up to you guys. I'm not planning a birthday celebration for myself, so if you guys want to do something, feel free. But I've had a good couple of days and a good party arranged by Sylvia, so I'm good. But if you guys want to do something, awesome. NCC 1701 Chris has just turned 53 last month. Well, happy belated birthday. We at least have to buy you a few shots. Depends on when, but yeah, sure. Gonna need to figure out where you were going to eat Saturday. Yeah, I don't know if we have plans for Saturday supper time anyway, or dinner, whatever you want to call it. I know Thursday night for sure we do. Possibly Friday, so. Herper Captain Furler. Thank you. Defiant. Anywho's. I got some interesting stuff we're going to talk about today. So, my mother-in-law got me this 50 years ago, back in 1974. It's a bunch of things from 1974, the year I was born, that we're going to talk about. So, today I am 600 months, which is 18,262 days, or 438,288 hours, or 26 million 297. Is that a comma or is that? I'm getting old, you see. Okay, so wait, hold on. I'm 1,577,836,800 seconds old. But yeah, 26,297,280 minutes old. Wow. All right. So yeah, this was a flashback to 1974. We'll talk about that in a second. I also wanted to show you guys this bad boy. This is a huge 3D printed warp core, which does the things. It pulses, it changes color. It's got different pulses, different effects. This was an awesome gift. Although I cannot recall the name of the gentleman that gave it to me. I know who he is. He goes to Comic-Con all the time. He works with the Doctor Who people and some other stuff. But he 3D printed this for me, and I did not expect this at all. And it's fairly large. And it's got a bunch of different features. So, probably deserves its own video. But as you can see, it's got pulsing options and light changing. That's a damaged warp core is what we got going on right here. There you go. It's a nice pulse. But anyway, yes. So this is very cool. Quite large as well. I don't know, like longer than 3 feet, probably 4 feet tall. But anyway, yes. So this is the warp core, and I just wanted to share it off. It will be in the back of many videos, I'm sure, once I find a permanent home for it. And yeah, you got the different pulsing features, red alerts. I mean, I know the warp core doesn't get a red alert, but this is coolant leak. We got a coolant leak, people. This thing's heating up. You know what I'm saying? This is kind of the standard. Anyhow, I wanted to share this with you guys because this is pretty awesome. Ta-da! Where am I going to put it? I don't know. But I have the Exo 6 Cisco, and I think this is probably a good 1/6 scale warp core, honestly. So it'd be cool to have like my Cisco beside it. And yeah, so anyway, so there's that. And it's really neat. And of course, you can just select whatever color you want as well. So it's kind of cool. Anyway, just want to share that with you guys. Definitely needs to find a home though. A pound of sugar was 49 cents. A pound of butter was 69 cents. Pound of ground beef was 89 cents. Ozzy says, "Are you etc. the warp core? He awesome. Are you etc. Trekyards, what you need now is an engine room diorama to go behind that beast. Oofta, yeah. Mark Lawrence, that's what she said. Yeah, she did say it was huge. It's about 4 feet long, yeah. Kit 10K, damn, that warp core makes the He-Man power sword I sent you last month look like an oversized letter opener. No, man, that sword is awesome. I still got to do a video exclusively about it. But yes, I love that sword. Don't get me wrong. Even though this is cool, I do love my swords as well. So I really appreciate that. Fleet Pa, $5. Is that a warp core in your hands? Or you're just happy to see us? And that's what she said. Mark Lawrence, so many that's what she said moments. Yep. Generation Productions. Hey, Dan, how's it going? Happy birthday, Captain Foley. Have a great one, Captain. Thank you so much. From the land down under. That's where he is, not me. I'm Canada. We're way up top. So yeah, anyway, let's get back to this and look at some of this stuff. 50 years ago, 1974, what do we got going on? The prime minister was Pierre Trudeau. Trudeau as prime minister? That's still a thing. Ugh. Anyway, the population of Canada, 22.8 million. All right, so there's so much to talk about. What things cost? Going back to Fleet Pause thing. The inflation rate was 11%. A new house average cost was $32,000. A gallon of gas was 39 cents. Eggs per dozen, 74 cents. Loaf of bread was 42 cents. Postage stamp cost 8 cents. And a movie ticket was $2.30. The average income per year was $20,400 approximately. Um, 1974, year of the tiger. Yes, I am Chinese horoscope. I am a tiger. So yeah. Now, what happened in 1974? I'll just read this. The Canadian Stock Exchange merges with the Montreal Stock Exchange, with the merged entity operating under the latter name, Global Television with the operating under the latter's name, so the Montreal Stock Exchange. Global Television becomes Canada's third English language television network when it begins broadcasting in Southern Ontario. The Knight Street Bridge opens. No idea what that is. Pauline McGibbon of Ontario becomes the first female lieutenant governor of a province. A treaty between Canada and Denmark is ratified, establishing the maritime border between Ellesmere Island and Greenland. New Brunswick becomes the first province to be officially bilingual. It's not a good thing. Canada first demands that its territorial waters be extended to 200 nautical miles. Okay. World news. The Turkish invasion of Cyprus occurs. Good times, good times. The World Tourism Organization, or the WTO, is established. A skeleton from the hominid species Australopithecus afarensis is discovered and named Lucy. You all know Lucy. Malta becomes a republic. Nobel Prizes in chemistry, Paul Fleury. Physics, Sir Martin Ryle and Anthony Hewish. Medicine, Albert Claude, Christian de Gauve, and George Emile Palade. In literature, it's who cares about the Nobel Prizes? The Peace Prize goes to Sean McBride and Iyatsu Sato. And I'll take a break because there's still a lot more here, but there's one more thing I want to read. The 46th Academy Awards. Best Actor, Jack Lemmon, Save the Tiger. Best Actress, Glenda Jackson, A Touch of Class. Sorry. Director, George Roy Hill from The Sting. And Best Picture, The Sting by Tony Bill. So there is more to read on here, but, we need something for later in the live stream. Am I right? 100%. God damn, I'm right. I'm the captain, damn it. All right, so let's see what's going on. Fleet Pod, Captain, can I eject the warp core? I've been really good this month. No, Shax, you can't. Aussie, 1974, I was in elementary school. Damn. Melissa Reader, $100 super chat. Mwah. That is fantastic. Thank you so much. That is incredible. Happy birthday from Melissa and Marie. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome. I love you guys. You're not on here very often lately. What's going on? I'm watching you. Anyway, thank you so much. That is a fantastic birthday gift. I really appreciate that so much. That is amazing. I love seeing red super chats. That is phenomenal. amazing. Thank you so much. Wow. I'm going to have to buy myself some. Actually, it's really good because I'm going to Wonderfest this week, leaving on Thursday morning. So tomorrow it's going to be a day of just doing stuff around here that I need to get done before I leave. And then I'm already packed pretty much. But yeah, $100. It's awesome. I'll buy myself something nice, Melissa, and I'll let you know what it is. If you haven't checked out my birthday party video, go check that out. You'll see the other gifts I got. But thank you. That is amazing. Kit 10K. Canada's population in 1974 was only 22.8 million. I thought it was higher than that. Well, that's not what this piece of paper says. Fleet Paw. Oh, wow. That's an epic birthday present. Thanks so much, Melissa. Yes, I agree. This is great. Ozzy, eject the warp core with Shax. Sounds like a cooking show. Eject the warp core with Shax. Well, in many ways you can eject the warp core. Not only eject it, but what to do with that ejected warp core. Use it as a weapon, plug it into an asteroid. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to take another break from reading your comments to finish out this, what happened in 1974. I got everything below this line to still read. So let's get to it. The world population hit 3.99 billion. 3.99 billion. On the big screen, The Godfather Part 2, Chinatown, Blazing Saddles, The Conversations, and The Great Gatsby. On television, The Box, Class of 74. Okay, I haven't heard of The Box. Class of 74, I haven't heard of. Blind Date, I have heard of. Alpha Scorpio, never heard of that. Rush, nope. Countdown, nope. A Touch of Reverence, sounds familiar, but it could be something else. I don't know. Popular books in 1974. Stephen King's Carrie. Peter Benchley, Jaws. Later became a movie. Carl Bernstein, All the President's Men. Became a movie, so did Carrie. Agatha Christie, Curtain. Frederick Forsyth, The Dogs of War. Alistair MacLean, Breakheart Pass. So let's see. I haven't read any of those, actually. I know, I got lots of books, but I've watched a lot of those as movies. So, on the radio, the songs were The Way We Are by Barbra Streisand, Dancing Machine, the Jackson 5, One Hell of a Woman by Mac Davis, must be about Sylvia, 10 years before she was born. If You Love Me, Let Me Know by Olivia Newton-John, and Dark Lady by Cher. Now, other people born in 1974 include... Ooh. You okay, Dot? Dot? You're okay. Had a little bit of a breathing issue, I guess. Anyway, so there's only one person that's on this list of people born in 1974 that I know. And that is Natasha Henstridge, sorry. But anyway, Nicole Appleton, Kevin Hanchard, no idea, Deborah Cox, John Giz, Christy Sargent, Anna Silk, Trisha Helfer. I know who Trisha Helfer is. Yeah, that's awesome. Stefan Yell. So, okay, two people I know. Time Magazine's Person of the Year, King of Saudi Arabia, central figure in the 1973-1974 oil crisis, Fazal. Life expectancy for a woman was 75.3 years. Life expectancy for men, 68.5 years. That's gone up. I think for men it's up in the 80s now. Could be wrong. 70s slang. Are we ready for 70s slang? Psych. Fuck, I remember using Psych. Just kidding. I still use that. Far Out. Not so much. It's Far Out and groovy. Cool. Cool is still used. Dream On. Still a thing, I think. And Unrealistic. I need water. That's what I need. There we go. Sports highlights. All right. Show of hands right now. Who wants to hear sports highlights from 1974? Because I personally don't care about sports. But if anybody out there cares about sports, I think Fleetpod does. If anyone want to hear sports highlights, put your hand up. I want to see a hand. Or just say yes. But sports, it's one of those things, you know. I'd much rather watch like flies fuck than watch sports half the time. You know? Is that bad? Probably. That's probably a really rude thing to say. I apologize. Let's get back to the chat for a minute. And then we got a few more things we got to read here. Defiant says, Cap is officially 15 years older than me. Well, there you go. Now you know Defiant's age. Trekyards shared a list of things that happened in Trek in 2374. Ooh, we'll have to look at that later. Paul Hitchcock, Dogs of War also became a movie, yes. Ozzy, in the Book of Jaws, the chief doesn't out the boat. Okay. Get out of the boat. Texticle. Talking about the Knight Street Bridge, built in 1974. I'm currently traveling across it here in Vancouver. Whoa. Happy birthday, Cap. Welcome to the 50s gang. Thank you. That's very cool that you're traveling across the very bridge I was puzzled by. I didn't know. Yay, Vancouver. Defiant says right here, I think that's probably about sports. Mr. Captain 93, don't forget Gag Me with a Spoon, Rad and Gnarly. Yeah. Fleetpause says, let's go for sports. Mr. Captain 93 wants sports. Boardman wants sports. Boardman's here. Kid 10K, the 70s slang for psych went well into the late 80s around where I live. Yeah, for sure it did. Ozzy put his hands up. That Junkman sadly can't stay, but wanted to say happy 50th. Hope you have 50 more. Well, thank you, Junkman. Thank you for stopping by. Much appreciated. If you haven't subscribed to Junkman, go check him out. Mr. Captain 93, I bet you read the Parisi Squares scores from 74, though. No, I probably would not. Ozzy, the chief doesn't go in the boat in book. Oh, he doesn't go into the... Okay, gotcha. All right, so here's your sports highlights. Pretend like I'm a newscaster. And the sports highlights for 1974. Canadian football. The Montreal Alouettes win their third Grey Cup. The Western Ontario Mustangs win their second Vanier Cup. In horse racing, Queen's Plate won by Amber Herod. The Queen's Plate. Who wants the Queen's Plate? Is that like leftovers? Is it a clean plate? Is it a dirty plate? Does it have food on it? Does it have leftovers on it? Like the shit she hasn't eaten? I don't know. In ice hockey, the Stanley Cup was won by the Philadelphia Flyers 4-2 over the Boston Bruins. My buddy Jay's a huge Boston Bruins fan. Who here is a Philadelphia Flyers fan? Anybody? So that's it for sports. Did you get your sports fix? Are you happy? Yes, no, maybe so. I don't know. So inventions in 1974. The Rubik's Cube. I thought the Rubik's Cube was later than 1974, but that's interesting. The Mark 8 microcomputer. Sweet, the Mark 8. The barcode. I'm as old as a goddamn barcode, which is on everything. It's excellent. And a wave energy converter. Popular baby names in 1974 for girls: Michelle, Jennifer, Lisa, and Angela. So who out there has the name Michelle, Jennifer, Lisa, or Angela? And for boys, it's Stuart, 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 and Stuart. I'm just kidding. It's actually Michael, Christopher, Jason, and David. What's in fashion? For women, it was polyester, flared trousers, please no. Platform shoes, please no. Farrah Fawcett flicks. Gotta love Farrah Fawcett. For men was chest hair. How ironic that I have no chest hair. It's just genetically, I have no chest hair. Turtlenecks. Monster maroon, anyone? And velour shirts. Captain Kirk again? 1960s. Velour. Anyway, popular toys in 1975. I'm almost done, by the way, just for the record. So popular toys, walkie-talkie sets, crazy buggy car racers, and the shrinky dinks. Ever had the shrinky dinks? You put them in the oven and they like shrink. Like you paint them and they're large and then you put them in the oven and they... Anyway, popular candy. Here we go. Fizzy cola bottles, blackjacks, Fizz Whiz, cherry popping candy, Wham bars, and drumstick lolly sweets. So that's it. That's my flashback to 1974. Lots there. Let's see what happened in hold on. In Star Trek in the year 2374. You guys ready for this? Worf and Jadzia Dax are married in a traditional Klingon wedding ceremony on Deep Space Nine. Well, let's see. Vic Fontaine is activated for the first time on Deep Space Nine with the help of Odo and Karen Reese. With his help, Odo and Karen Reese begin dating. Alexander Rozhenko transfers to the IKS Rotaran, where he and his father Worf reconcile. The USS Defiant successfully destroys a Dominion sensor array in the Argolis cluster. Investigating a subspace compression, the Defiant is taken over by the Jem'Hadar. Fortunately, the miniaturized USS Rubicon is able to stop them before they reached a Dominion base. The USS Defiant responds to a distress call from Captain Lisa Cusack of the USS Olympia. Although it is discovered she has been dead for years, she has a great impact on DS9 senior staff. Yes, that is a fantastic episode, the sound of her voice. The Dominion introduces a new class of Jem'Hadar battleship. The USS Valiant attempts to exploit the design flaws in one of the battleships, but the attempt fails and the Valiant is destroyed with relative ease. Voyager. The crew of the USS Voyager enter Borg space and assist the Borg in driving species 8472 out of the Delta Quadrant and back to fluidic space. In the aftermath of the battle, a single board drone, 7 of 9, is marooned aboard Voyager and separated from the collective. A single member of species 8472 remains in normal space and is later pursued by Hirogen hunting party. Kess's psionic abilities are hyper-accelerated by telepathic contact with species 8472, and she leaves Voyager, pushing the ship clear of Borg space and 9,500 light years closer to Earth. B'Elanna Torres undergoes the Klingon Day of Honor ritual. Tuvok is promoted to lieutenant commander. The Doctor and B'Elanna Torres find themselves at the mercy of an insane hologram. Voyager crew member 709 and Harry Kim build an astrometrics laboratory with Borg-inspired technology, which allows the ship to chart a more efficient course to the Alpha Quadrant. A lot happened in this year. In an alternate timeline, Voyager is attacked by Krenim forces shortly after the activation of the astrometrics lab. Oh my god. For nearly a year, the ship is under constant attack and becomes barely functional, forcing most of its crew to abandon ship. The timeline was restored after Voyager rammed and destroyed Anarax's weapon ship. Voyager briefly reestablishes contact with the Alpha Quadrant via the use of the Hirogen communication network. Some crew members receive letters from home before the network destabilizes. Upon learning of the destruction of the Maquis, B'Elanna Torres begins taking risks, such as using that holodeck with safety protocols off. Voyager is attacked and boarded by the Hirogen, who wish to use the ship's holodecks for holographic battles. They use the crew as participants in the simulations and reassign their identities to fit the scenarios. The ship is later returned to control of Starfleet crew in exchange for a holographic generator. Omega molecules are produced by a civilian in the Delta Quadrant. The molecules are retrieved by Voyager, and 709 is able to stabilize the molecules shortly before they are destroyed. Voyager's crew is duplicated by the Silver Blood on a Class Y planet. Shortly after their departure, the duplicate crew leave the planet and eventually lose memory of their origins, setting a course for the Alpha Quadrant. It's another fantastic episode. Voyager passes through a Matara-class nebula, a transit which takes approximately 1 month. All crew except for 709 and the Doctor are placed in stasis in order to counteract the detrimental effects of the nebula on organic tissue. Oof, there's a bunch of other events. All right. We'll be done soon. Hold on, guys. Blame Trekyard for this. He made me do this. The 7th Fleet fails to stop the Dominion in the Tyra system. Only 14 ships from a fleet of over 112 make it back to Federation lines. Benjamin Sisko leads a team to destroy a Ketracel White facility aboard a captured Jem'Hadar attack ship they salvaged a year previously. They crash on a rogue planet in a dark matter nebula, where they encounter several Jem'Hadar and their Vorta. Kevin betrays the Jem'Hadar, and Sisko and his team are able to escape. Operation Return, one of the greatest engagements of the Dominion War, takes place. The Bajor sector, including the Federation space station Deep Space Nine, is recaptured by combined Federation and Klingon forces. Quark's mother, Ishka, is taken prisoner by the Dominion on a trip to Vulcan. Quark assembles a team comprising of himself, Rom, Nog, Brunt, Lek, and Gala, and successfully rescues her on Empok Nor. That's a great episode. Dukat escapes Federation custody just before his war crimes trial is due to begin. He vows to destroy Bajor. Morn fakes his own death to ensure the former partner in the lesbian Mother's Day heist are caught. Miles O'Brien infiltrates the Orion Syndicate. Oh my god, there's so many. It's all the events of Deep Space Nine that season. That's fine. The Evora achieve warp travel. Star Trek Insurrection. The Nelbada conference is held where Captain Jean-Luc Picard meets Hars Adasio, who presents his paper on thermionic transconductance. Reginald Barclay leaves the USS Enterprise E and moves to San Francisco. He later begins work with the Pathfinder project. We're almost done, guys. The Inari Empire starts a blockade of the Kahlor homeworld. Sneed is released from prison. He has served 4 years for smuggling. And Stardate 51554, Gabriel Hong is born on Helios Planitia to Ye Wong and Raffaele Moscar. Nobody cares. In the Mirror Universe, Burrell Antos and Intendant Kira cross over from the Mirror Universe to steal an orb. And that's it. Don't know what that has to do with my birthday, but here we are. And Kit 10K sent me a picture of a book he just got, He-Man and the Masters Universe, a character guide and world compendium. I have that right there. I've got all of the volumes. They're right there, all of them. Great books, though. Hold on just 1 second. Yes, I know, dog. It's a hard life for you. All right. Now back to the regularly scheduled program. I bet you'd read the... Okay. Mark Lawrence, just shot you over a PayPal. I had fun with exchange rate. Let's see. Thank you, Mark. Mark sent me $69.69 Canadian. 69.69. Thank you, Mark. You know me too well, sir. Ozzy, the chief doesn't go in the boat and book. Mr. Captain, everyone gets older. Why are we treating yours like a damn funeral? We're not. And that's the ironic thing, man. Kirk was 50 in Wrath of Khan. He's like, oh, I'm so old. And I'm here going like, dude, what? Yes, he had a more exciting life. There's probably a lot. It's not the years, it's the mileage in Kirk's case. But still. They're called bifocals. Ozzy says he'll be 60 in July. Got captained by 10 years ahead of me. Awesome. Hitchcock, after the queen cleans her plate, she goes to take a duke. Gotcha. Feepaw says he'll be 35 in September. Olam Drab, oh, happy birthday, Cap. Hello. Thank you. Feepaw, 19 here and 16 likes. Let's get to 20 for the captain's birthday. Oh, no problem. We got 19 likes now. If I tell them hit the like button, they'll hit the like button. Maybe. I don't know. They don't even listen to me even though I'm their captain. Mr. Captain 93, 2374. What a great season of Trek. Fleet Paw, One Little Ship is one of my favorite episodes. So is the sound of her voice. Kit 10K, I just sent you a picture to your Facebook. You may like, yeah, I got that book, man. Scott 93, you need to do the Kirk monologue from Trek 2 about feeling young, because it was something Spock tried to tell you on your birthday. Daniel is here. You're 50? Yes, I am. So much happens in 2374. It is insane. Yes, and you made me read it all. I skipped a whole bunch, by the way. Turns 50, starts old man rambling. Yes, Mr. Captain. Daniel said, would you say that Star Trek DS9 is the opposite of TNG? While TNG is diplomatic, peaceful, and happy, DS9 is darker, more dramatic, and it explores storylines TNG would not dare to tread the Dominion more. Yeah. See, well, TNG did a bit of both. But when you get to Voyager and Deep Space Nine, Voyager was more of the exploratory, kind of more happy ended, even though there's a lot of really dark stories there too. But it's the more exploratory aspect, and DS9 is more of the darker kind of political stuff. So you kind of get your fill of whatever Star Trek you wanted at the time. Daniel goes on to say, for example, Captain Benjamin Sisko is the exact polar opposite to Picard. While Picard is diplomatic and thoughtful, Sisko is more belligerent and will kick your ass rather than talk to the bad guy. Yeah, Sisko's a badass. 100%. Sisko is my favorite captain. It's kind of a toss-up between him, Kirk, and Archer, depending on my mood. But yeah, Sisko's more of a badass. James McGill, happy birthday. Upon my 50 years, I thought of what I lived through. My wild youth, my stupid teen years, reckless early adulthood and fatherhood came to a singular thought. How am I alive? Yep, you wouldn't believe the things that I've done and been through, and the things I did when I was in my 20s, because I thought I was bulletproof. Nothing could hurt me. I definitely don't think that way now, but yeah, how am I alive? I'm just glad that I am, and hopefully you guys are glad that I am as well. Kit 10K, ignore Battle Cat's smaller and more psychotic little sister in the picture I sent you. Yeah, I saw the cat. It's a nice pussy you got there, Kit. Melissa says, my sand art thingy just sits there. The bubbles won't let the sand fall down. How is your sand art doing right now? Not that great. And the reason that it won't let the bubbles, or the bubbles won't let it go down, is you need to add more water. And all the sand art things have a little holes in the side. So you can actually, I've got a syringe. I've had to inject more water into mine because it was losing water. It wasn't like leaking anywhere. It was just over time. And you have to get the right balance of air and sand. Right now, it hasn't worked properly in a while. It's like there's too much water. So when you turn it, there's not enough bubbles. So the sand just kind of falls really quickly on the sides. So they're a delicate instrument. Mark Lawrence, it was close to 50 USD. Yeah, it's about right. War God 6, need at least 50. Jamie Somerville, happy birthday, Captain. Happy birthday. Live long and prosper to you as well. This Captain 93, when you think TNG in universe, kind of crazy how families are just living on starships like it was a carnival cruise. Yes and no. As they say in TNG, it's a... Well, I don't really say it. Picard doesn't agree with it. He doesn't agree that children or families should be on starships. But it is a time of unparalleled peace for the Federation. They just come off the Cardassian conflict, and there's no problem with the Romulans. The Romulans hadn't been around for 80 years. This is the beginning of TNG, obviously. That's why they have this new mindset. And I can see both sides of the argument. I don't have a problem with families being on board. It actually would be better for your crew, I think, in general. But yes, it's a little bit unsafe sometimes. So yeah, it's one of those things, right? Trek or not, the problem with Picard is that he comes across stuck up at times, where Sisko, Archer, and Kirk seem more grounded. Yeah, Picard's a little bit of a uppity. Yeah, the sand art thing's not doing what it should. Oh, also, if you put more water in yours, Melissa, make sure it's distilled water. That's the other thing. But yeah, I got just a syringe kit. And they're not hypodermic syringes, so they're not sharp, but they're like... There's different sizes, and I got them from Amazon. And I've got like a bunch of them with different like thicknesses. So, yeah, try that. William Baker, will you please sit down? You're asking me to sit down? No, I want to flip the sand thingy. Plus, I also want to take a puff of this, and I can't really do that on camera. I mean, I can, but then it just means There'll be restricted ad revenue for people that watch it later. Actually, I don't really give a shit. It's my birthday. So there you go. And tomorrow on the Captain Foley personal channel, Federation class Dreadnought blueprints. Check it out tomorrow. These are cool. Federation class, 3 nacelles for the win. Anyway, Matt Boardman retracted his comment. Dan says, well, the way I see it, Picard was a diplomat, while Archer, Michael. Who the fuck is Michael? Kirk, Cisco, Janeway, and Seven were all action people. Oh, you mean Burnham. Why would you put her in your list? Oh, and so high on the list. Oh. Picard became an action person, though, an action captain in the movies. Didn't work. Daniel says, so excited for the series finale of Star Trek Discovery Season 5 this Thursday. Wow. It will be over next Thursday, the finale. This is Thursday. And I'm not going to be covering it until the following week because I leave Thursday morning to go to Wonderfest, and I'm not back until Monday. So there will be no review. There will be no live breakdown analysis. There'll be none of that shit this week. Tune in next week for all that. So, Matt Boardman, have to head out, but wanted to say happy birthday. Thanks for letting me spend part of the day with you. Indeed. Thank you so much for watching, Matt. Matt and I spread democracy and freedom all afternoon, at least for 3 hours. It was great. Helldivers. So, is it? It's the right arm. Have a good one, Matt. Thanks for watching. Mr. Captain 93, I think you and Sam need to do a Discovery retrospective video on the whole series now that it's practically done. Yes, I'm sure we will at some point, maybe. I don't know. Hopefully, maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. Was that a good answer? Probably not. Kit 10K, when you use vape, you just say you're taking it, trying to make your own indoor nebula in your home. There you go. Melissa says, what's the deal with only 9 thumbs up? Get with it, people. Oh, 19. Now we're at 29. See, Melissa spoke, and everybody's like, oh, shit. And now we got 29 likes. Daniel says, it's been a long road getting from there to here. It has indeed. And then Fleetpaw, there's 30 now. Oh, you say 30. I only see 29. So. Put that in your vape and smoke it. So, anywho's, I'm all caught up in the chat. I've had a good day. I haven't done much today, honestly. Played some Helldivers, just kind of relaxed. I wanted to take the Camaro for a drive, but it was raining. It was not a great day for it. So I decided not to do that. But all my actual birthday. Blap is here. Dave, Blappy is here. My buddy, Blapster. I see you. Dude, what's up? Refresh your feed, Melissa. You'll see 30 now. Blap is here. We're just talking about Winterfest. There's going to be no Discovery finale review this week, at least, because we're leaving for Winterfest Thursday morning. I leave here at just before 7 a.m. to get to Blap's place at 8. And then we take off from there to get to Louisville, and we'll be there probably around 3:30-ish in the afternoon. And he's stoked, in case you can't tell. Wonderfest. Wonderfest. Dan says, just doing the captains in the timeline. No, you don't do that. She should be last then. She was not a fucking captain before Kirk. She's a captain in the 32nd century. She should be last on the list. My favorite captains are 1, you, kiss ass. 2, Kirk. 3, Spock. 4, Archer. 5, 7. 6, Janeway. 7, Riker. 8, Picard. And 9, Cisco. Wonderfest. Fleetpaw says, so does that mean I get to meet Blappy? Yes, you get to meet Blappy. The Blaposphere. Who dat want to meet me? That's Fleetpaw, otherwise known as Tyler. Taylor Swift? It's Tyler, right? Yeah, it's Tyler. He'll be at Wonderfest. You'll see, Blappy. You'll see. Get 10K. Just before you came on tonight, I just finished watching Picard Season 3, and even though it's been a year now, when the Enterprise D flies out of Bay 12, I still get chills and tears in my eyes. War God 6 says 50, time for promotion. No, sir. No, sir. Nope. Kirk took that promotion. And when he turned 50, he was like, I'm old. I don't want to do this anymore. Wish I was a captain again. I'm going to steal the Enterprise. So, no. The Blaposphere. Oh, no. Spinner of Death. Oh, Blap. Are you still here? Blap? Have you seen? Did you see my 3D printed? Oh, you were at the birthday party, but did you see this? My 3D printed warp core? Did you see it? I don't know. Did you see it? There we go. Blap said cool. That's cool. Anyway, yeah. Scott 93. Some argue that Burnham is a captain in her own universe. Yep, the disco verse. Daniel's Hot Topics. Taylor Swift is horrible. Is she, though? Why would you say that? That's an awful thing to say. The Blaposphere. You lafegated. You lagged. When did I lag? What the hell are you talking? Oh, you had the spinner of death. Okay, I got you. I didn't lag. I was on your end, I'm afraid. I saw it from a distance. Cool. Don't breach it. Fine. Fleetpaw, don't let them promote you. Don't let them do anything that takes you out of that chair. Because while you're there, you can make a difference. Too bad Picard didn't listen to Kirk. Indeed. Kit 10K. The warp core can make a good nightlight for you, Cap. I agree. Mr. Captain 93, is that your new vape pen? But this warp core? No. Dan says, oh, now that is epic. A 3D printed warp core. Nice. I thought that was store-bought. Nope, it is not. It was made by a friend of mine, and I did not expect to get that on my birthday, but he walked through the door with it, and I'm like, he's just here to show me that, surely. And it's like, nope, it's mine now. Which is cool. Jamie Somerville. Indeed, everything seemed to go wrong for Picard after he became an admiral. LOL. He should have listened to Kirk. Yes, he should have. Kirk had been there. He'd made that mistake. He was offering sound advice. Captain Swifty Foley. I'm not a Swifty, but okay. The Blaposphere. Blappy says, okay, too many paint fumes today. I need to sleep. Can hardly type. Going to bed. Glad I could pop in. Glad you could make it. Nice seeing you. I'll be hanging out with you from Thursday to Monday. So glad you could make it as well. And too many paint fumes. I mean, you know, get your Wonderfest shit done. Anyway. Good night, Bobby. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. Nice to see you and all that jazz. That could have been way worse. All that jazz. When I said that, I thought, nice to see you and all that jizz. That would have been just kind of awful. Anyway, Mr. Cap 93, just thinking, have we seen any birthdays on Trek other than Kirk and Worf? I almost said Kelly and Bortus, and then I realized that's the Orville. There must have been way more birthdays than those. I'm just saying. Anyhow, so yes, I'm 50 now, half a century. I certainly don't feel like it, I gotta say. Everybody's like, oh, you're 50. Oh, wow. Either it's really old or it's like you're still a young pup. It's like, well, I certainly don't feel 50. As I said, I still feel like I'm in my, early 20s at most, especially mentally. Maybe I'm less than that mentally. I don't know. But regardless, I don't feel 50, and I don't think 50 is old. And 60 might be another matter. 60 seems like a number where you kind of go, maybe I'm getting old. 50's not there. 50 is the new 40, I think. I don't know how that math works on that. But anyway. Get 10K. I almost forgot to tell you, I've started making a 3D printed Sword of Omens, fully extended. It'll take a while to work all the imperfections in the 3D file, but it's still coming along slowly. Nice. FleetPod said Kess and Tuvok's birthdays were shown. Yes. Kelly and Bortus were Jelliac. They were Jelliac. Tim McCaffrey, $20. Happy birthday. Sorry I can't always support as I should, but love the channel and will always follow. Well, thank you. And don't, this whole, I should always support as I should. You shouldn't support or not support. I mean, support me by watching the videos, but you don't have to support financially. But I really appreciate the super chat. Thank you so much. That is awesome. Speaking of warp cores, funny how they got a Galaxy class core into the Enterprise A and Enterprise B. I thought warp cores were all made specific to that ship, but cool that they could swap and change them though. Are you talking about Star Trek 6? Where it's clearly the TNG engine room and warp core? Because that's just a production thing. That's not representing as the same warp core. And no, the sizes are variable. There's no way a Galaxy class's warp core would fit in the refit. You'd have to redesign the whole engineering section. I mean, sure, it could fit, but it wouldn't be practical. It's not the same design. It's just, to save money, they filmed it there. It's not the same warp core. It's not supposed to represent the same warp core. It's just a warp core. It's just for the movie audience that doesn't know what a warp core is. That's all it is. It's not the same. Melissa says, the Foley forehead rub. It's like the Picard facepalm. Yes. So, like I said, no Discovery content at the end of this week, even though it's the finale. I hope it's a good finale. I'm kind of doubting it, though. They got a lot to wrap up, especially for a series finale. And they still got the progenitor thing to cover. I don't think they can successfully do it in one episode, for the record. But if it is good, that's awesome. We will be covering it the following week, just not the end of this week, because, like I said, Wonderfest and Louisville. I probably could film an edited review with Sam and also do a live, but I don't want to waste my time at Wonderfest doing that. So hopefully you guys will understand and realize that it can wait. So we also have confirmation that Lower Decks Season 5 will be starting in September. No big shock there. That's when Lower Decks airs. But it is the final season of that as well. Hopefully you guys participated in Lower Decks Day, where you stream Lower Decks on May 25th. That was the day of my party, so I couldn't, but I did support it, and Aaron Harvey, who got the ball rolling on that. And yeah, apparently it was quite successful, so. Mr. Captain 93, it's like the Generations uniforms. You're not supposed to know they're from DS9. Yeah, exactly. Hashtag save Lower Decks, indeed. It's actually save Star Trek Lower Decks is the correct hashtag, but yes. Such a shame. It's Alex Kurtzman and his crew. They don't know what the fuck's going on. They have no goddamn clue about anything. And it's sad, but it's where we are. So Fleetpa said, I think I got halfway through season 3. Tim McCaffrey said, I missed Cisco Day. Yeah. What is the Cisco Day? Like, I saw that. I forget which day it was. Like 1 or 2 days ago. I don't know. But what is Cisco Day? Like, what is that? I don't even know what the fuck that means. And we're rewatching Deep Space Nine now. Is that the day he went to see the Prophets? Is that the day he went to the store for some cigarettes and some milk and never came home for his unborn child? Is it that day? Is that what we're celebrating? What is Cisco Day? Can someone please fucking explain that to me? I haven't bothered to look it up. So, what is it? Get 10K. I haven't watched Discovery Season 5 or your videos, but do you think the show's quality has gone up, down, stayed the same? I'm just curious as your opinion on it overall. I need to go into depth. I think it's improved every season, but it's still got the same pitfalls that every other season has had, although to a less degree. So, Mr. Captain 93, 30 years ago this month, TNG ended. 30 years ago, TNG ended. Let that sink in, everybody. General Grievous, from one May guy to another, congratulations. Thank you, General Grievous. When's your birthday? You've probably told me, but you said May, so it's in May. I got that much. But what day? Cisco Day is when he punched Q. Why are we celebrating that? And May 14th. Oh, nice. So you're like half of my birthday. Mine's May 28th. Yours is the 14th. Times yours by 2. You got mine. It's amazing, eh? It's like I'm twice as good as you or something, General Grievous. I know you're a general, and I'm only a captain. But it's a different structure. It's a different hierarchy. So it doesn't really matter, because general for me would be like, you'd be an ensign. That's what I'm saying. Tim McCaffrey. This date correlates to stardate 46388.2, the date that the Commander Benjamin Sisko first took command of Deep Space Station. What? Why are we celebrating that? That's just let's just make up a goddamn holiday day. Like, that doesn't make any sense. First Contact Day makes sense, May the 4th. This is just play on words, but it's actually like May 22nd or May 25th or something for Star Wars. I don't know. Regardless, that's just a stupid Cisco day. What the fuck? I'm sorry. As much as I love Star Trek, as much as I love Cisco, as much as I love Deep Space Nine, as much as I love our made-up holidays, Cisco Day has just never made any fucking sense to me, and it's stupid. So please, please stop. Or do your thing. I don't care. It's fine. Mr. Cap 93, this year is the most Trek feeling discovery. That's true. JM, the time between the end of TOS and Nemesis is only 3 more years than the time between the end of TNG and today. Oh my Christ. Wow, that's something to wrap your brain around. Kit 10K, TNG ended 30 years ago this month. Damn, where the hell did the time go? Into the abyss. Time is a predator that stalks you. Cosmo, happy birthday, Captain. Hello, happy birthday. Happy birthday. I was going to say happy birthday to you too. Duh. Hello, Cosmo. How you doing? Thank you. Welcome. Thank you. Yay. This is really an idiot. Tim McCaffrey. I didn't say it made sense. At least first contact day makes exactly. Yes. It's just this. What's the first day that Kirk took command of the Enterprise? What's the first day that Picard took command of the Enterprise? Let's celebrate those fucking days. Or Captain Picard Day already is a day. He's a role model. Let's celebrate the first day that Archer took a shit on his new ship. I don't know. Like this, it's the stupidest shit to celebrate. The day he took command of Deep Space. Who gives a shit? Who cares? What does that have to do with anything? It's fine. Dan says, yeah, I like how the floating nacelles are shown being more practical in Disco. When they first showed them, I thought it was stupid, but not now knowing they can fold up and down on the ship. It's cool. I don't understand the hate for the floating nacelles. It's 900-year advanced tech. Like 900 years more advanced technology. I have no problem with the floating nacelles. Everybody seems to have an issue with it. And yes, we already knew they could move. We saw them move last season and the season before. I don't know. We saw them move before. They attach to the ship when it goes to warp. They detach when it's not at warp. And yes, you can tell they're variable pitch. But yes, in the last episode, the folding them up, or as I called it wings up, that's fucking cool. So I don't understand the problem where people say it's stupid. It's just, it's not. It's fine. It's fine. Melissa says, watch the weather reports before you go to Wonderfest. Tornadoes lately somewhere near there. Yes, and it's supposed to rain Saturday and Sunday, apparently. Don't worry. We're in the Crown Plaza Hotel. There's goddamn tornado shelter things on doors in the hotel. Like, they're well aware that there's tornadoes. So we see them every year. Not tornadoes, but the tornado. This is where you go if there's a tornado in the hotel. So, yeah, don't worry. We'll be fine. Fleet Paw. It's for the children. I'm a role model. Cosmo. Cisco already a special day. Jambalaya Day. Jambalaya. Yeah, that stuff. It's good. I know that. But Sean O'Sullivan, morning, Cap. It's actually nighttime. I don't know if you're aware of that, but it's actually like 11 p.m. It's like dark. And I understand you're from Leprechaun Land, I guess. Good morning to you. Why are you up so early? It's still super early or super late, depending if you're awake or I don't fucking know. I'm thank you, Sean. Anyway, Tuvok gets a transporter merged with a Klingon. Hijinks ensue. Working title: Two Dicks. What do you think? I think that's incredibly stupid. Clever, but stupid. Because Klingons don't have two dicks, so it's not even a good play on words. I'm secretly smirking because that's pretty funny, but I don't want to admit it. So, get 10K. Most may not know this, but there are some plans for a season 8 of DS9, and they were thinking of killing off Nog in the first episode. While I would have loved an 8th season, I wouldn't want Nog killed. Everyone knows that's watched the documentary, and no, there were not plans for an 8th season. That eighth season came about as a result of the documentary. They thought, let's get all the original writers back and see what we could do for an 8th season. So it was just for the documentary, and a lot of people know that. If you've seen the documentary, yeah. This is Captain 93. I'd rather floating nacelles than photon torpedoes coming from them. Oh, fuck yeah. Photon torpedoes, which are blue, by the way, which are quantums, which haven't been invented yet when those were fired, for the record. Yeah, coming out of the bizarre collectors of Discovery. Good job. Ay, ay, ay. Lisa says, it's the getting there I'm concerned about. Besides, I get to act like a worrywart grandma if I want to. Fine. And it's funny you mentioned that, because one year, probably 3 or 4 years ago when we went down, we actually had to detour because there was a tornado. And I've got pictures from our detour route that has like trees down and like houses destroyed from a tornado. So yeah, we had to be detoured because of tornado damage one year. So if you want to worry, that makes me feel good, actually, so that you care about me. So I appreciate that. But don't worry. Even though I just said, if you want to worry, you can worry. But don't worry. We got this. I'm a captain after all. Fleet Paw says, people that say the detached nacelles are stupid show their lack of understanding of how future technology works. We already have induction charging for phones, induction cooking for stoves. Induction nacelles make logical sense. 100%. 100%. As Doug Drexler would say, you're using your ape brain. You can't think outside the box. You're stuck in your ape brain mode, and as a result, things that in a couple years from now will be accepted as just everyday things, you can't wrap your head around. Sean O'Sullivan, it's 4 a.m. and crippling anxiety has me awake. I'm sometimes awake at 4 a.m. That's probably, I think the latest I go to bed sometimes is 4:30. That's staying up too late for me. If I stay up too early, the birds are already tweeting by the time I go out to bed. That's staying up too early, and it was how I explain it. So don't have crippling anxiety. If it's still dark out, it's not morning. Let's put it that way. If you haven't gone to bed yet, it's not morning. If the sun's starting to come up, then it's morning, whether you've gone to bed or not. So 4 a.m., I doubt very much that the sun's coming up yet. It's probably maybe starting to lighten up out there. So it's not morning. So you saying good morning doesn't fly with me. For me, it's not morning till at least 6 or 7, in my opinion. That's all I'm saying. Do you agree with me? Probably not. Do I care? Probably not. So hit like. I need one more like. I'd like to get to 40 likes. We have 39 right now. 27 of you here. Cosmo, maybe you already showed, but what birthday gifts did you get? Cosmo, I released a video yesterday showing all the gifts I got. I didn't get any gifts today because my main party and everything was on Saturday. I did show one of my gifts here, which I know you'll actually appreciate. It is a large 3D printed work core. Yes, it pulses. Changes color, has different patterns, different colors, different things. It's huge. It's huge. It's a good 4 feet, 4.5 feet tall. That's one of the things. The rest, go check out the video. I'm sure Fleet published. There it is. Fleet already shared the link. Go watch that and stop asking me silly questions. General Grievous, my argument is 900 years in the future, and the cells probably shouldn't be as similar as they are in the 24th century. I'm more disappointed with the lack of innovation for travel besides detaching the cells. Agreed, and that's one of the issues we had with the burn is, with the lithium and standard warp drive was our only form of FTL drive. Bullshit. Even in TNG, we see multiple different forms of FTL. So you can't tell me in 900 years of advanced technology or advancement, or 800 years from TNG, sorry, that you haven't come up with other fucking drives, slipstream, transwarp, all those things that don't rely on dilithium. So the burn is a stupid fucking concept invented by stupid fucking people that don't understand fucking Star Trek at all. That's an issue. So I kind of agree with you. And as Doug Drexler said with his Enterprise J, if you look at the size of the Enterprise J saucer compared to the thin nacelles, the nacelles are actually quite large because of the size of the ship. However, regardless, he said, I wanted to make the nacelles like the size of a walnut because that would make sense for advanced tech. And the Enterprise J still isn't as advanced as what we see in Discovery. So, yeah, I see what you're saying there. With the detached nacelles in Discovery, it's not my thing. Guess I'm just old-fashioned in that way. But I will admit it's creative and interesting. However, I don't have a problem with it overall. Good. General Grievous, and it seems like a step back in design lineage, especially after seeing the Future Voyager episode. The Future Voyager episode. Which one is that? Shannon Sullivan, at least in Canada, there's no tornadoes. You only have to worry about Mises. Is that the plural of moose? And there are tornadoes here, by the way, but thank you. Dread Electric says, happy birthday. Thank you so much. Sean O'Sullivan, I'm waiting on keys for my new house and the banks are fucking up. Well, congratulations on your new house. That's exciting and awesome. Sorry, the banks are the banks, but that's nothing new. Cosmo, LOL. It is here, 5:12. My sleep pattern is on random shuffle. General Grievous, my counter to that is 900 years from now, there should be something more advanced than wireless induction chargers of today. My issue is the tech is too similar. But it's not, because you're not talking about charging the warp nacelle. You're talking about it actually powering the ship and being able to move with the ship and stay with the ship while not being attached to the ship, and probably have variable geometry away from the ship or orientation to create different shaped warp bubbles or FTL configurations around the ship. So that's way more advanced than induction charging, but I see your point. You need to think a little bit outside the box and kind of come up with reasons or ways that these things could work or the advantages they could have. Fleetpaw whistles guiltily because he regularly goes to sleep at 6 or 7 a.m. when he doesn't have to work. Little King, Hippo Bird Day. Thank you, Ryan. Good to see you, sir. Mark Lawrence, closest thing to season 8 of DS9 would be the STO expansion Gamma Quadrant. Yeah, probably. Cosmo, I didn't see it yet. We'll check it out. Sean O'Sullivan, I hope you have a fun day, or had a fun day. I was going to send you some sand, but then I remembered you don't like sand. You don't like that. It's not me that doesn't like it. It's Anakin that doesn't like it. I don't like Kurtzman. Kurtzman's dumb and ugly and irritating. And he gets in everything. General Grievous, the captain is stroking his warp core again. There goes our monetization. It wasn't pulsing and throbbing, though, so we're fine. The captain has his warp core out. Erevik Sonder, happy birthday, Captain. Thank you very much, Erevik. Solar on wave, yeah, it's a perfect example of an alternate FTL drive. Mark Lawrence, watch the pathway drive be the variant of the Krieger waves. There you go. There's Captain 93. Don't forget the warp wave from TNG. Already mentioned it. The Romulan quantum singularity. Okay. For the love of God. The quantum singularity is to the Romulans what matter and antimatter is to the Federation. It's what powers the ship. It's not what creates the warp field. In a Federation starship, matter and antimatter is mixed, creating a reaction that creates high-intensity plasma. The plasma is then basically filtered, altered, shot through dilithium crystals, which refine the process and provide that power to the warp nacelles, giving it the ability to travel at high warp speeds. Dilithium is not a fuel source. I'm just saying. So the quantum singularity drive is itself a fuel source. It's not. I don't know. Do the Romulans need dilithium to actually get to the high warp plasma that they need? Maybe. That's nothing to do with the quantum singularity. The quantum singularity is the power source. It's the matter-antimatter reactor of a Romulan ship. Matter-antimatter reactor. Quantum singularity. This reaction gets filtered through dilithium crystals, focused by the dilithium crystals, and the high-energy plasma shot to the nacelles, the warp cores, which create the warp field. Quantum singularity has to send it somewhere to do something, to go to the warp nacelles, to create the warp field. That's all I'm saying. Warp speed is possible without dilithium, but it's only low warp, up to like warp 3. If you want high energy reactions and high warp, you need high intensity warp plasma. The only way that's capable is by using dilithium crystals to focus that and create the high warp. We still need to do a fucking video on that because not everybody understands it. So the quantum singularity drive in and of itself is just the power source. It's not the whole system. Hope that explained things. Erevik Sonder, the Romulan. That's when I just read that, sent me off. Transformatics, happy birthday. Thank you. General Grievous, futures end and relativity episodes. The ship tech there is what I meant. Nice. Fleet Paw, I can think of a handful of FTL propulsion methods. Soliton wave, transwarp, quantum slipstream, coaxial drive, the subspace corridors from Dragon's Teeth. There you go. See, there's lots. Sean O'Sullivan, why isn't there a class of ship named for Canadians? I, for one, would love to see the USS Hadfield. What a guy. His brother's a nice guy. He's kind of an asshole. Fleet Paw, the quantum singularity is just a different way to power warp drive, Eric Saunders. It's not a method of FTL. See? Fleet Paw gets it. Melissa, some people literally cannot imagine, as you and I are able to. There would be ridiculous advancements in 700, 800 years. For one thing, liquid metal. Well, in Star Trek, it's actually called programmable matter. In Discovery in the 32nd century, it's programmable matter. So yes. Sean O'Sullivan, I now have a mental image of the cap. Shouting warp core breach when he is having a go on Sylvia. Warp core breach. We got a coolant leak. Got a coolant leak here, people. Ervik. That had aliens in it. Yes, it did. Jamie Somerville. There was that catapult that flings ships across space in Voyager also. Yes. Fleet Paw throws in $2. Rant alert. All hands to emergency rant stations. Ervik, what about Cisco's solar sailing ship? Well, that just catches solar waves from a sun. So first of all, you have to be near a sun or in a solar system, and that can only achieve just a little over warp 1. So that's not very fucking useful. Can't get you very far. Well, can't get you very far. I just can't get you there fast. Rant alarm. Yep. General Grievous. This would be a good question for Probert or Eves for their notes on what they were thinking with the design. Michael Morissette. Well, happy birthday. Thank you. You turned 50. I just turned 61 on May 25th. Well, happy birthday. The day that you were turning 61 was the day of my actual birthday party. My birthday's today, but my party was on the 25th, so we were celebrating at the same time. That is awesome. Henchman 37. Happy birthday, Captain. Also, I love that there is an explanation that detailed on how warp engines work. Bruh. First of all, good to see you, Dan. Dan's one of the guys I play Helldivers with. Anyway, yeah, there's whole technical manuals written on how the ship functions, how those things work. Star Trek, it's all about that kind of shit. General Grievous, the caretaker array, aka the Yeet Station. The Yeet Station. Ervik, Sonder, or near a Lagrange point, apparently. Fleetpaw, the easiest explanation. Federation warp drive is like gas and diesel engine. The reaction is in the engine powers the wheels. Romulan warp is like a battery electric car. The batteries power motors that turn the wheels. Yes, you're 100% correct, Fleetpaw. That's a great, simple explanation. Generation Production says the quantum singularity drive, is that the red matter based warp drive like JJ Verse, or the red matter drive something different? Again, just wondering. There is no red matter drive that I'm aware of. The red matter in JJ it's a very dense fluid that can create black holes. It's not a drive. So no, it's not the same. General Grievous, Lagrange Point sounds like teenage drama. Lagrange Point High School. Yeah. Where is the Saurian Brandy? Cosmo, I wonder what the new Star Trek 4 movie will be about. Return of the Whale Probe. That's supposed to be a prequel to fucking... It's worded like this. It's supposed to be a prequel to the 2009 film, set about 10 years prior. Then I heard pre-Romulan War and pre-Federation, which is more than 10 years. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. And if they go with a prequel, I'm going to fucking scream. We don't need another goddamn fucking prequel in this Prime universe or any fucking other, especially the Kelvin universe. We don't need that shit. Nobody wants that shit. Make what people want to watch. That's a fucking good business model, don't you think? If you want the people to watch it and pay their hard-earned money to see it, maybe make something that they actually fucking want to watch. I'm just saying. Anyway, if it ever gets made, yes. A prequel again? Yeah, that's the rumor. Sean O'Sullivan, Star Trek 4 will boldly go where other Treks have gone before. Yes, and do it piss poorly and make so many fucking mistakes. It's not even funny. Yep, sounds about right. Why are people trying to aggravate me on my birthday? Anyway, I'm glad you're all here. I love you guys. Except for you. You're an asshole. But you can determine who I'm talking about. So thank you for being here. It's been awesome being here with, and this is the kickoff to our 10-year anniversary of Trekyards. This October, Trekyards will be 10 years old. So my birthday is kind of the kickoff for that. Sam's birthday is June 7th. We'll be celebrating his birthday mid-June, probably. And then, of course, August, we have Star Trek Las Vegas, where we're going to be going. And you guys can meet us if you're going to Vegas, which would be awesome. And then in October, we'll have our 10-year Trekyards anniversary. 10 years of Trekyards. Can you believe that shit? Started in 2014. Where is the time gone? I was only but 40. I thought 40 was a big deal. So, anyway. Agreed. Give us legacy or something else current. Yep. Melissa says the biggest difference that would be necessary by the time space travel was as common as it seems in Star Trek would be in the people. Hopefully. Hopefully. Aravik, it's bad enough Lower Decks is ending. Right? Grant Johnson is laughing. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself, Grant. Nourish Productions, yeah, like the JJ Trek Tanks of War game displays how the 2009 Enterprise, the cutscenes show beyond refit, and in-game shows Enterprise A JJ version. Like, damn, the game couldn't be consistent. I've only seen the Beyond, the Star Trek Beyond refit in the footage. I have not seen the Enterprise A yet, so. Kit 10K, I know I'm an asshole, but I'm damn proud of it. Probably why I like you so much. Polichcock, ugh, Trek Tanks of War, whatever the Paramount licensing, Trek licensing team is paid, it's too much. Or not enough, they just don't give a flying fuck, so they just... Sean O'Sullivan, so all those birthday wishes and no one swung by the set tour, I demand a recount. No one swung you a set. Oh, yeah, I know, right? I know I try not to vape on lives, but it's my birthday. To hell with it. Hypno Amber is here. Hello, Hypno Amber, my dear. Welcome. Glad you could make it. You're usually on like the Trekyards lives, but not necessarily my lives. You guys can wait. You know the routine. Go lay down. Go lay down. Can wait a minute. Lay down. Generation Productions. Yeah, well, I hope we can see better Star Trek games in the future. Yes. It's a shame Stamets or Oo couldn't get you a tour. I know, but it's, yeah. Hypno Amber, I was driving, so just listening, but home now. Well, I'm glad you're home safe. Donnie is here. You really like promoting people's deaths, Donnie. Every time you come in here, you're like, yeah, so-and-so died. Yay. It's like, why are you depressing people? Stop doing that. Every time you come in here, you're talking about somebody else that's died. Kid 10K, the pups getting impatient with you, Cap? They are, yeah. Apparently I'm screwing with their routine, which is not at all screwing with their routine because you can wait. Yes, lay down. Okay. Melissa says the anti-smoking stance is puritanical BS when I watch the Queen's Gambit. Yeah. Puritanical. Great word. It's a great word. Anyways, yeah, so tomorrow on this very channel, would you sit down? Just because I'm picking something up doesn't mean I'm done. On this very channel, we'll be talking about these, the Federation class blueprints, Dreadnought blueprints. I love this ship. It's one of my favorite ships. So check that out tomorrow. Keep your eye on the channel as well over the weekend, because I will be at Wonderfest. I will be trying to do some live streaming from Wonderfest if I'm able to. The reason I say if I'm able to is because we've tried live streaming from the model room at Wonderfest before, but it's such an old hotel. There's no cell signal in there, especially when the doors are closed. It's impossible to get a signal out. So regardless if I can live stream it or not, there will be a captain's log video detailing the events of the weekend. And also I will do another video like I did last year of just the models of Wonderfest, so that you guys can feel like you were there even if you weren't, because it's very much a great, fantastic event. And if you can't go, at least you can see what it's all about. So stay tuned for that. Fleetpod, Donnie, just a bit of advice, bruv. No more deaths when you walk in. Yeah, I mean, Hypnoamber, I agree. No one wants that damn Trek movie, yet they won't give us Legacy. That's Kurtzman for you. Melissa says having keyboard trouble. Well, throw it at the floor. That always, or kick it. That's always that helps too. Percussive maintenance. Joseph says came very late, but happy birthday, Cap. Thank you, Joseph. Fleetpaw says, ooh, Dreadnought blueprint, sweet. Get 10K. Well, if you want to torture them, say you'll see us later. I'm an evil bastard. No. Generation Productions. Okay, well, Captain Foley, have a good night, man. Thanks for the chat. And remember, go boldly. To boldly go where no Foley has gone before. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate that. Cosmo, like I said, all we want is episodical show with a ship, nice crew we actually get to know, and the stars to steer them by. Yeah, that's accurate. Sean O'Sullivan, did you ever see the Oslo class? It's a runabout size Defiant, looks immense. Name sounds familiar. Can't picture it right off the top of my head, so no. Paul Hitchcock, that dreadnought doesn't look like it's twice the size of a Constitution. It's because it's not. The Federation class dreadnought is slightly larger than a Constitution class, not by much. Fleetpaw, you may or may not see me in said video. It just depends on how camera shy I'm feeling those days. Oh, you'll fucking be in it. Either that or you'll be my cameraman. Tim McCaffrey, has Skydance bought Paramount yet? No idea. General Grievous, better that you came late than you came earlier, Joseph. That's what she said. I'm a firm believer in what my dad taught me. Ladies first. Take care of the lady, then you take care of yourself. That's how that works. I'm just saying. Better to have edged than been a two-pump chump. Edging. If you don't know what edging is, and it's not for your lawn, I was just looking it up. Donnie, I do hope that Skydance buys Paramount, including 100% of Star Trek. I'm more interested in Skydance than Sony Trek. Skydance Trek. War God 6. I've seen a pic of Janeway and 7 of 9 in Picard era uniform together in one pic. Doesn't look from Picard, but who knows? Was Janeway in Picard? That is a photoshopped image. That was another person on set with Jerry Ryan. Somebody photoshopped in Janeway's head on that body. That was a fake. Yeah, the com badge they used in the Photoshop was my badge. I made in 2019 even. Hypno member, I gotta go. Just stopping in to wish you a happy 50th. You're not that much older than I am, so you'll have to warn me later about being 50. Well, there you go. Thank you, Amber, for joining us. We appreciate it. I appreciate it. I love that Photoshop pic, to be honest. It was good. Tim McCaffrey, whatever gets Kurtzman away from Trek, I agree with. We're God 6. Yeah, that's what I thought because it kind of looked fishy. Yeah, 100% was fishy. Well, guys, I think I am going to call it there just because the dogs are getting antsy and because we're coming up on the 2-hour mark. So don't want to overstay my welcome. I don't think Kate and Jerry like each other well enough to do a photo op. Like, oh, they do now. They're friends now. They didn't. Yeah, it was a whole thing back during Voyager, but they've made up since then. Get 10K. If Skydance does buy Paramount, hopefully they give Kurtzman the boot and his ass out the door. Although knowing him, he'll try to weasel his way in. Thank you, Donnie. I think I'll leave it on that note. So thank you, everybody, for joining me. I appreciate you guys. And I will see you guys in the future. Wonderfest, it's right around the corner. So stay tuned for some really cool Wonderfest videos. Fleetpa, I'll be seeing you in person soon. Anyway, until next time, I'm Captain Foley. Here's to another 50 years of me, maybe. I don't know. Live long and prosper. Have yourselves a good night, and I'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.